Good morning. Sunday morning. Might even be lunchtime now. We're having a day off. We're having a day on the land. We've brought our lunch. We've been cracking on with jobs. Darren's got some strimming done, so the place feels so much tidier. Just getting the straggly long grass down. I've been weeding. I did start watering, and now we've got a tiny sprinkle of rain. So just trying to get everything tidied up and just be outside for a day. Bit too rainy now. Best get you inside.
So that's pretty good. That looks a lot clearer than it did about 20 minutes ago, that's for sure. Still probably little bits to tidy up down here. I suppose that's the problem when you strim, it leaves all these bits and pieces, but that'll all die back and go back into the land, which will be really nice and make the land down here a little bit more fertile, hopefully. A few people have asked about this Whipet bird feeder, if we've got any action on it yet. I'm still feeling in there and it's still the same amount of food that there's always been in there. So I genuinely don't think there's anything on the camera. I will have a little look. If there is, I'll pop it in here. But what I'm going to do is move this. I think we're going to move it to a different area. I thought this would be a lovely area here. It's a really nice space where you would imagine loads of birds would congregate. Elaine's saying she thinks they're ground feeders as well. I mean, I've seen a lot of caterpillars on the floor. So yeah, they're probably taking the caterpillars rather than going for this food. Maybe it's a little bit bright, frightening them away, not quite sure. Whipet did say they took that advice actually, and they're going to do a slightly more environmentally friendly looking bird feeder, which may be it. I don't know. Nevertheless, we're going to move it a little bit up the top of the land maybe, and if we don't get any bird action on it, maybe we might get some javali action on it or something like that, or foxes or something like that. So that's another part of the plan today, to get that moved. But this is definitely looking a lot clearer down here now, so I'm really pleased for that. Yeah, looking really good. The rain's coming. I think Elaine's getting some lunch ready. Possibly. We'll get up there and see.
The rain's coming down again. I've given up. Darren's still going. So I'm going to put the kettle on and make a coffee. Good productive day though. Enjoy being outside. Oh, there you are. Good morning. I think the mantra for this week is just keep painting. That's what it feels like. So I'm back in the smallest room in the house and we're saying goodbye to all of the handprints. This is just getting a first coat. I did some painting yesterday, but the weather has changed. We now have the rain that we were supposed to have last week, and we've woken up this morning to it being really windy, so the open roof, when the wind blows through the front door and the windows and comes in, it's just like whoosh, it's blowing my hair. Yep, we're cracking on getting all the painting done. So the living room, dining room has had at least 2 coats, 3 in some places, and now the toilet room is getting painted out. I started yesterday and that's its first coat, so it's gone on really well. It will get 2. I think Darren's starting to clear out the bedroom where crack is, because that's now all dried out where we fixed it, and that will need painting as well. But I think Darren's also going to pull out all of the old electrics, but there's just not space in here for 2 of us. So we'll just keep on painting.
Okay, so we got on with a few jobs yesterday. Nothing exciting, so we didn't really film very much yesterday. But a few jobs that we have done in this bigger room as it is now is, I don't know if you remember, there was a door here. Because there was a door just down the bottom here, we needed to replace that part with a skirting board. So it's basically a concrete skirting board. So we've done that. That's getting very nice and solid now, so that's looking really nice. Coming through into the other part of the room now, what we've started to work on is this area here. This is where the door, where a door used to be, but we're not going to replace it with a door, so we're just going to make good the edges along here. No wood, just plaster all the way around, keep that nice, clean and tidy. And we've done one side there yesterday. It's looking really, really nice. A few people noticed on the outside of the house that there is water from our neighbours going into a gutter, and it comes down the side of our house and then sort of penetrates into our house a little bit. We have managed to, well, we believe we have managed to solve this problem here. The rain last night was coming in this way. It was coming at us, and that job that we did there with the Diera Roboco mix has seemed to stop any water penetrating in, because there used to be a big water patch just there. Hasn't happened. However, the side of the house here that I mentioned, we do need to clear all of this guttering on the neighbouring house, because we still do have a little damp patch just at the top there. So that's a job. When we find a long enough ladder, we can get up the side of the house and clear all that guttering out, and I think that will solve that problem. Clear the guttering out, plus also maybe fill it with some cement or something like that, just to prevent the damp coming through. So that was what we got on with yesterday. Oh yeah, another little job that Elaine did yesterday, I forgot to mention, was we've now glossed these shutters. So they're looking really, really nice and clean. We think there was some, we think they have been varnished, so the varnish is still coming through, even though Elaine's primed it twice, painted it with gloss at least once, twice actually, she has done it twice. There's still a little bit of the brown coming through, but maybe, I was going to say maybe a third coat, but to be honest with you, absolutely fine. Looks really, really nice. Looks a lot better than it did when we started the job. So yeah, so my job is to get on with what Elaine said. I'm going to be clearing the back room, sanding down crack, and then Elaine can get on with painting that as well. So that's what we'll get on with today. So the Diera mix is starting to dry out a little bit now. I've been working on this door for about an hour. Feels like about 3. But because of that, our plaster finish is starting to get a little bit dry, I think. I have found a technique that tends to work quite well though. Spraying definitely helps a little bit because it helps to stick it. It also makes the surface area of the plaster a little bit more slippery as well. So you can kind of slide on, slide off. Yeah, I'm not sure that's the right terminology. But it's working. So we're putting some in, then squashing it in like that, which then pushes it to the edges here, and I can straighten those edges out like that. And it seems to be quite a good technique actually. It works quite well. And then it slides up quite well like that too. Well, it's worth a try, isn't it? Actually, not a bad straight edge, that one. Pretty good. I think the more you do, the better you get at it. That's the 4th one, and it's probably the best. So all the others are really bad, so I'm just showing you a good one.
Well done, Mark.
But yeah, not quite finished. I've run out of mix, so I need to get another little bit of mix, put it in there, and then I'm going to do the top as well. But other than that, that's pretty good. I mean, we're not looking for the perfect finish, obviously. Nothing in the house is of a perfect finish. But yeah, pleased with how that's come out. What do you think, Elaine?
Wow, yeah, very good.
You like it? It's not a bad finish, is it?
Very good.
Look at that.
Yeah, there's a little hole.
Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything.
There's just a little hole there. Sorry. I've got the special tool.
Oh, for the little hole. Well, anything like that I'll fill in when I come to make another mix. Because there will be tiny little bits, bobble holes and things, but it's actually not bad, is it? It did take a lot of hours. No, it took a couple of hours. No, did it?
You've probably been there an hour.
Probably took an hour. Okay. Good.
And I can only see it because I have to wear my reading glasses to do this kind of stuff. So
yeah. The other side's not as perfect, but it's again, when we get the mix, I can make that better. Yeah, that's that. Another good job done.
And what have I been doing? Okay, so you saw me up on the work platform, and that work platform has been an absolute game changer. So thank you very much, Peter and Elaine. Very generous of you to loan us the work platform. I know it's been here for a little while, but it has helped tremendously. So thank you. Anyway, you saw me up on the work platform painting in the smallest room in the house. That is still drying off, but looking much better. And then Darren was in here pulling out all the old wiring, which meant that all of the little holes had to be filled. So we've done that. And then I cleaned out a crack in the plaster here and filled that one. And just show you, that was crack. So this was crack over here. All of that got filled in, dried out last week, and it's had its first coat of paint. The emulsion paint, the wall paint here, seems to go on really, really scarmy. It looks wet, it looks blotchy, it looks really bad. However, when it dries, it's brilliant, brilliant white. The light bounces around and it's excellent. So really pleased with how this is done. The window itself here in the bedroom will be another project. It has a fly screen on at the moment and some of the glass is missing. So when it's dry, we're going to take everything out, take off all of the old render that's sort of in the thickness of the wall. It's about, I don't know, 50 centimetres deep, the wall. So yeah, that's going to be a project where we've got a couple of dry days and everything will have to get chipped out, new glass put in the window, and hopefully find out how the window opens. And then this, oh, I'm making lovely shadows. This is where Darren pulled out all of the old wiring. So I've been round filling all of that in. That just has to dry and then can get painted. And in the small room, yep, that's dry enough really well. I've filled in bits in the ceiling too where the old light fitting was, and that big dark patch is just the last bit of the paint I did before lunch. Still dry enough. So it's probably ready for a second coat. But yeah, good afternoon and a good day's work. It's strange, the light has been changing all day, and our chargeable lights are all ready for a recharge. Just working with the Clarus light, it's been brilliant. I've dropped it at least twice today from the top of the work platform and it just bounces round, but absolutely fine, nothing wrong with it. So that's it for this afternoon. Let's see what else we get done. Good morning, another day. I think it's Thursday. Must be Thursday, we've just filmed the Pips cast. Yep, as we were saying, we're under a severe weather warning at the moment for today and probably part of tomorrow, or perhaps part of yesterday and all of today. I couldn't quite work it out. But the sky is very dark. It's blowing a gale and it's very, very wet. So luckily yesterday we went out, we got lots of things that we need so we can keep on working. But the other thing that you need when you keep on working and it's miserable weather outside is some good food. So I thought I would show you what I'm going to do with my chicken. Well, I kind of started it yesterday. So I bought a small chicken and it comes like a chicken frango de campo, and it comes with all of the giblets. So in the UK that usually means you get the liver and the heart and possibly the neck, and that helps to, you know, make a good stock or a good gravy. Also in Portugal you get the feet. So Max thinks that's amazing. So you get the feet as well. So what I did yesterday was I put the chicken into my biggest pot, covered it with water and just let it boil for just gently for about an hour from once it started to bubble. And then when it was done, let it cool a little bit, took the chicken out and all the lovely special Max bits. And now it's the next morning and I've got a cold boiled chicken, but I also have a pan of lovely stock. So this little chicken is going to do a big pan of soup and also 2 lots of chicken for Darren and I. So I think it was €3.75, and for that we'll get 2 main meals, but we'll also get a big pan of soup that will last us today, tomorrow, and probably enough for me on Saturday. So now I've got 2 chicken legs, 2 of the breasts, the bits of the skin left for Max and his feet, and then all the little bits plus the jelly that drained off the chicken. So all from like the backbone and all the little wings, all to go in my soup. Now to process my veg. And this is my chicken stock. I'm bringing up to the boil, and then I'll add all of my veg in and let that cook for about 10-15 minutes till the veg is cooked. Then I'll add in the chicken. Delicious. There we go, 10 minutes and all those veg will be cooked. Then we can add the chicken. There we go, lovely big pan of chicken and veg soup. Lunch is ready and we'll have it with some bread. I did adjust the seasoning, so I put in some salt and some pepper and it tastes really good. Hope you enjoyed that. And as you can see, the rain has stopped and the sun is out. Not sure for how long. Clouds over the mountains are looking just as bad as they did this morning, but we have got blue sky, and Max and I have just had a good 15-minute whiz round so we could have a bit run and sniff. So everyone in the village who has a dog has just been out walking. For those of you wondering what I did with the chicken portions, the 2 leg portions I froze and the 2 breast portions I have mashed up salt, pepper, chili flakes, smoked paprika and garlic with some olive oil in the pestle and mortar and rubbed it on the chicken breasts. Let me show you. And we're going to have it with some salad. So I need to take my little potatoes that I've fried out of the frying pan, put them in our salad, and then get those chicken breasts into the pan and get all hot and toasty and flavourful. Right, let's sit down. Good lad. You're gonna have your chicken? You want your chicken? Yeah? Gentle, gentle. Oh, it's on my knee. Oh, got it on your chin. Ooh. Nice.